our lecturer, Encik Azman bin Ali. We are from JBA 2422A Group 3. Today, we would like to explain and present the case study about the price of chicken and eggs that had been rising since early 2022. So, let's move to the next page.
Before we go through the explanation about the case, let me introduce our team members. I'm AKMAL bin OTHMAN. The next is DEANNA AFIERA binti RAZAK, AIDA FAQIAHA binti RAZAK, FONEY NURFARAINIE binti FIRDAUS, SITI NURATHIRA binti ZAMRI, and the last one is NURUL SHAHIDATUN NAJWA binti IDRUS.
In our slide of table of content that we want to explain of this case, we have market equilibrium, supplies and demand, case of chicken and eggs, price ceiling, and the last one is effect of price ceiling. The equilibrium point is the place where the supply and demand curve connect in a market equilibrium diagram that shows in the slide. Furthermore, explanation for the market equilibrium is an illustration of the link between a commodity's supplies and demand is called a market equilibrium diagram. Right now, the amount of the commodity that producers are willing to supply and the amount of the customer are willing to demand are equal. When the amount of supplies and demand are equal, that is a market equilibrium. Other than that, second point that have in a slide is the market equilibrium diagram can be used to explain why prices are increasing for chicken and eggs in this case. Due to the showing population increase demand for poultry products and increased needs for eggs as an ingredient in various meals, the demand for the chicken and eggs has been rising early 2022, which is last year. The restricted space available for poultry production and the increasing cost of producing it has been constrained the supplies of chicken and eggs. As a result, the supplies of chicken and eggs has not kept up with demand, pushing up the cost.
Understanding the ideas of a supply and demand is crucial to comprehending the market equilibrium diagram. The quantity of an item or service that manufacturer are willing to offer at a specific price is known as the supply. The quantity of a commodity or service that consumers are willing to purchase at a specific price is known as demand. A commodity or service must have a rise in both supply and demand to keep up with the demand. To balance supply and demand, the price of the commodity or service will rise if there is a limited supply and a high level of demand.
For case study between chicken and eggs, first graph we can see that its increase in demand smaller than the decreased supply of chickens. The diagram illustrates the impact on market equilibrium when demand growth is less than supply growth. The initial supply and demand curve are the 0 and S0 respectively. The initial equilibrium price P0 and quantity Q0 are the two values. The shift of the demand curve from D0 to D1, which is smaller than the shift of the supply curve from S0 to S1, indicates that the increase in demand is less than the decrease in supply. Point E0 will become point E1 quantity and the equilibrium point will change. As a result, from P0 to P1, the price will increase significantly, while from Q0 to Q1, the quantity will just slightly increase. In conclusion, an increase in supply will lead to a minor rise in the equilibrium quantity and a significant increase in the equilibrium price if the increase in demand is less than the increase in supply.
The market equilibrium diagram can be used to explain the growing price of chicken and eggs. Due to the growing population, increased demand for poultry products, and increased need for eggs as an ingredient in various meals, the demand for chicken and eggs has been rising, the limited space available for poultry production, and the increasing cost of producing eggs has both constrained the supply of chicken and eggs. As a result, the supply for chicken and eggs has not kept up with demand, pushing up costs. As we can see, the diagram shows the shift of the demand curve from D0 to D1, which is smaller than the shift of the supply curve from S0 to S1. Point E0 will become point E1 quantity and the equilibrium point will change. From P0 to P1, the price will increase significantly, while from Q0 to Q1, the quantity will just slightly increase.
Price ceiling is defined as the maximum legal price a seller may charge for a good or service is determined by the price ceiling and sometimes known as maximum price restriction and is below the equilibrium price. Customers say that they won't pay because it will be too much and they demand the government do something. So as you can see in the graph, price ceiling is a maximum amount that company can charge on something. So price ceiling is located underneath the equilibrium is correct. Why? Because this is a maximum amount that company can sell it for. So company cannot sell product over price ceiling and this is cause price go from P to P max. Next, product price ceiling above the equilibrium, it will do nothing. Company wouldn't care because no change in market. So supplies goes down and also price and customers want to buy, but the issue is our supplies get cut. So there's demand appears and our supplies drop. So people are going to be able to buy it and gonna run out. The price ceiling was intended to maintain appropriate price for chicken and eggs, but it has instead caused of overwhelming amount of demand. The price cap prevent market adjustment, which occur when buyers regularly drive up price and up supplies while driving down consumer demand.
Next, we move to the effect of price ceiling. Effect to producers' profits. When the government sets a price ceiling that is too low for the producers, they will not able to make the kind of profits they would like. Next, effect to the consumers. Families, businesses, and individuals who consume eggs may need to spend more money on nutrient-dense foods. Farmers will produce fewer eggs if there is a low selling price mechanism in place to restrict egg prices in order to offset some of the cost increases. Effect to the suppliers. Suppliers will restrict the number of eggs they offer to their clients when the market is experiencing severe shortages due to a low selling price. The reason for this is that they want to be fair and give the other consumer an opportunity to purchase it as well.
So this is the link article that we use for this case, which is we use Malay Mail, Free Malaysia Today and Sina Daily.